This is Carl the Cobra Frutch and you're watching Lights Out.
It's Faisal for Lights Out, proudly sponsored by Spartans Law, and I'm here in Liverpool at the iconic Rotondo Boxing Club. Delighted to be joined by former world champion, Mr. El Mundo, Callum Smith. Callum, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. Not too bad, how are you?
Very well, thank you for asking and thank you for taking your time out to speak to us. You look like you've just put in a very good session in the gym. How's preparation and how's camp coming along for the huge fight against Beterbiev?
Yeah, preparation's going well, camp's going well, just starting. Obviously a few weeks into camp now, just starting to pick up sparring, just get little tactical bits in place ready for the tough bit. You have a tough block in the middle of the camp where all your big rounds of sparring and stuff, and just really getting prepared for that. But yeah, it's going well. It's a huge fight. It's a fight I'm looking forward to, a fight I'm excited for, and not long to go.
You've been in the presence of Canelo Alvarez, you've been in the presence of George Groves, but I believe it was over a week ago you was in the presence of Beterbiev. You did the face-off. Just what was the feeling like being around him?
Not really. I think as the older you get, the more experience you get. You can't really take a lot from head-to-head. Especially myself, I'm very quiet and outside the ring as well, so I don't think you can take too much from it at the highest level. I don't think you're going to win a fight by having a face-off and stuff, but no, he's a good fighter. I know that. I know his record. I know all his achievements. I've followed him for a long time. I come across him as an amateur, so I know the task at hand, but I wouldn't be putting myself forward for this fight if I didn't believe I could win it. It's a fight I fully believe in my own capabilities. I know how good I am and how good I can be, and I believe August 19th I can become a world champion again.
Have you looked at anything in the performances against Callum Johnson, Anthony Yard, that makes you think, do you know what, if I get you in trouble, forget beating you on points, I've got what it takes to stop you inside the distance? Yeah,
definitely. I think as a fighter, I don't think I'd have reached the levels I've reached if I didn't believe in myself and believe I could do that. I can knock anyone out in the world. I fully believe I can. And I think with Beterbiev, more so in the Callum Johnson fight, I class Callum as a friend. I knew Callum a long time, and he put him over. So if he can put him over and someone else has put him over, he can be hurt. He's not invincible, which some people like to make out. Some people make out that he's this invincible monster, and he's a very good fighter. He's very heavy-handed, but he can be hit himself. And if you're there to be hit, you're there to be hurt. If you're there to be hurt, you're there to be finished. So I definitely see ways in which I can win this fight, and I'll hopefully have a good rest of camp, and we'll come up with the right game plan, and hopefully I can execute it on the night and we can get the win and take his belts off him.
Every fighter sets up for a fight, but are you looking at this fight and going into it thinking, do you know what, this might be a fight that it could potentially come down to who wants it most, and a fight that could stop inside the distance, but also maybe 6, 7, 8 rounds?
Yeah, definitely. At the highest level, the smallest differences are the difference between winning and losing. At the highest level, you've got to perform every fight. You can't afford to underperform at the highest level. If you do, 9 times out of 10 you'll come up short. The level of opposition you're up against. So I know I've got to be at my very best to get the win here, and that's why I'm putting my body through this in camp. I want to be the best version of me, and I've always said for a long time the best version of me beats anyone in the world, and I fully believe that. I still stand by that, and that includes Artur Beterbiev. And it's an exciting fight. You're in, there's a lot of fights in your career which are always en route to a certain fight, whereas this is the fight I want. This is the biggest fight in my career. It's for 3 world titles. This is everything I've ever worked for since I was a little boy, so it's a huge opportunity, but one I plan on taking.
I mean, sky's the limit. If you walk out of Canada with those world titles, you're one fight away from becoming an undisputed champion. Obviously, the guy who holds the other belt is Dimitri Bivol. Are you confident that if you do get the job done, that's an easy fight to be made? Because we are at a stage in boxing now where we want to see the best fight the best. So, yeah, are you fully confident that if you beat Beterbiev, the fight with Bivol will happen? Maybe not this year, but early 2024?
Yeah, you'd like to think so. If one man's got 3 belts and a bit like the Spence Crawford, it's inevitable. They have got to fight at some point. I think every fighter dreams of being undisputed. I've been a world champion myself, and it's annoying that there's another man in your weight division who calls himself world champion, and I think as a fighter you always want to clear that up and make it, I'm the best in the world, no questions asked. So look, if I win August 19th, I've got 3 belts. I'd like to get the other one. I'd like to make an undisputed fight, and I don't think it'd be too hard to make, but not for the time being. I'm fully focused on August 19th. But yeah, I think as a fighter you always think the fight should be easy to make, whether they are or not. That's out of the fighter's hands, but I just want to be the best. I want to prove I'm the best in the world. I believe I am, and I've been given the opportunity to prove that.
Also been watching Liam doing a session in the gym as well. Hopefully the injuries have gone now, and hopefully that rematch with Chris Eubank Jr. can be rescheduled. But I just want to ask you this question. You was in and around Liam at the time of the fight. You've been in and around Liam after the fight. Do you feel as if that there's been enough respect shown from Chris's side towards Liam, given the fact that Liam is a former world champion, and even though there are a few losses on his record, he's only lost to the best fighters around him?
Yeah, no, I don't think the respect was there beforehand, but I think it backfired, and I think after the fight, immediately after the fight, he gave Liam his respect. He took the loss like a man. As time's gone on, he's kind of backtracking a bit and kind of making excuses up and going back to the way he was before, which is probably going to be his own undoing again. I think if he doesn't respect Liam again this time, then he's in for another tough night and hopefully another loss. Liam's a very good fighter. He's a very underrated fighter, and I think a lot of people realised that in the first fight, and I think you're only going to see a better version of Liam Smith second time round.
Callum, before I let you go, break down the undisputed fight you just mentioned to me, Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford. Who wins and how?
It's a tough fight to pick, to be honest. It's a great fight, and it's a fight I've wanted to see for a long time, and I've changed my opinion over the years. I used to favour Spence. I think the time out the ring, and he's a big welterweight anyway, Spence, so not making the weight for that long, I think the weight might hurt him getting there. I think at welterweight, I think Crawford probably beats him, but I won't be surprised either way. I'm just glad it's happening as a boxing fan, which we all are. At the end of the day, it's probably the best fight to make in boxing at the minute, and it's the 29th, not long to go, so it's exciting as a boxing fan to watch it, but I think at the minute I'm probably slightly leaning towards Crawford.
It's a fight we're all looking forward to. Before I let you go, one final one, sorry Callum. Szoboszlai, McAllister through the door. How confident are you we not only get back into Champions League next season, but perhaps even maybe win some silverware as well?
Yeah, I think the plan as a Liverpool fan, you just always want to win something, whether it's a FA Cup or you want some form of silverware. I think it may take a few years, a couple of years to get back into winning the title, so to speak, but I think we've just got to improve on last year. We've got to get Champions League again. I think Liverpool not in Champions League doesn't sound right, to be fair. We've got to put that right next season and then build on from there. If we get any even better, then it's a bonus, but I think top four Champions League football's a must next season, and so hopefully the new signings can make an impact.
Top man. Well, Callum, listen, we wish you the best of luck. Really looking forward to seeing this fight, but thank you very much for taking your time out and talk to Lights Out.
Very much. Thank you.